What's up, guys? Jeep projects. Leaf springs from this one onto this one. That's my 4-inch lift, parts Jeep. Pulling the leaf springs off this one, and of course, bolts are frozen. So, I'm gonna go through, show you my tricks I got. See if I can't get this sucker off. First attempt, I'm gonna heat the end, let it suck through, heat it again, let it suck through, then try to pound it out the other way. We'll see. That heat transfer in through that bolt. You see it working its way in the way the smoke's going. Gonna do it again. We're gonna hit it on the impact, and we're gonna go on the back side with the air hammer. All you gotta get is the end. And if I was gonna reuse these leaf springs, that bushing would probably be alright. Didn't really see much heat pulling that out. That bushing still has plenty of life left. If we were to reuse it. I mean, they're pretty shot anyway, but if you're really worried about them, just take your time with the torches. Slow and steady. Keep letting it work its way in. All right. Morning, guys. Sunday. Out here in the garage. Trying to finish up the old Jeep project. It's tough for me to video record working on these things because, one, I can't stand working in my garage without music playing. Two, trying to get things done, not fuck around with the computer and, you know, the camera. But here's a little update for you. Lift kit's in, front and rear. I got to order new shocks. And brake line stuff came in, so I'm going to get that done. I plan today is to get the fender back on, a heat shield for the turbo and the wiring, because it all runs right there. The coolant hose is all attached. Put some water in it, give it a test run. And hoping to drive it out of here today, and then power wash it, get all this green off. So it was sitting for a long time. And then I'll bring it back in and do the brakes probably this week. Get the brake lines in. I don't think I'm gonna have time to get all that done today, but the blue Jeep is a lower Jeep now. Pulled the leaf springs out of the front and rear. Just set it down on the frame and the axle, so I'm hoping I can just pull it out of my garage, or I might have to grab the tractor and just pick it up. But just about done taking off what I need. Get it out of here, get the garage cleaned again. Probably gonna take these seats, and I want to take this tilt steering wheel off. I'll probably do a video of that, how to do that. Boys at Napa hooked me up for the power steering line from the Mercedes diesel to the Jeep Wrangler. Big shout out to them. So took my original Jeep Wrangler line. This is on the steering box side. Cut it off with a pipe cutter. Compression fitting slides right in. Tighten the compression fitting up on the new Napa line. Got the Mercedes threads on the other side. So original on this side, Mercedes on this side. Boom. Power steering should be good. Well, here we are, another day on the Jeep project. You ever start a big project and you're all gung-ho off the rip, and then as you get into it, it's like, I guess I'll work on it, I guess I'll work on it, and you find yourself working on it less and less? That's where I'm at. I get sidetracked with one project. I like to have 100 different projects going like everybody else, so. Got the fender on. Built that heat shield plate right there of aluminum. Hopefully that'll work pretty good. Got all the wires pretty much tucked in. Still got some work on the lights, that kind of wiring that doesn't plow. But going all routed and in. Just got some water in for now. Gonna fire it up, back it out, let it run for a little bit. And it smokes like a bear, so I'm sure I'm gonna have to do some adjusting on that injector pump, hopefully. But put you guys here. Well, she's running a little rough, but got an oil leak right off the rip. I see a nice trail. Boop, boop. Oh, we'll get that tightened up and then see if we can adjust this thing a little bit. Oh, got a couple oil leaks actually. That one is off this turbo line. That's part of the return, the turbo. It's leaking like a sieve, but it looks like it's up here, it's leaking. Kind of just looks like a shitty braided hose. I think we're gonna have to get a new one of them. So that could be it for the running today. The other side, might be near the end of that hose. Looks like it's coming off the remote oil filter, so. Hey, buddy. Cal, he's trying to help. Yeah, no hose clamp on that. That will do it right there. Hose clamp slid down. All right, go Cal. Alright, that should take care of that, I think. I gotta get a little more hose so I can get it a little closer to this frame rail is the problem. That's why it's just hanging here at the moment. Got that bracket there. One, that's gonna have to do that. Alright. Well, I don't know how bad that thing's leaking on the other side, but I'll try to tighten that up, but I think it's just the braid's bad. Napa came through, get that turbo supply line, get that in. I'm wondering if it's dropping my oil pressure to the injectors and giving me a little bit of a rough idle. Probably not the answer, but it's worth, it was leaking anyway, so I had to get it fixed, but I'm hoping maybe that will have more than just a leak. And I'm gonna swivel on one end, so I'm gonna get started up here. It's not bad. Could have done like a 45, I guess, on this. Would have been a little better. Keeps it away from the turbo, I guess. Alright, that should be a leak now. Gotta check the oil after all that, because it did leak pretty good. Gotta give this thing an oil change here pretty soon. I just want to make sure I get all these leaks straightened out before I do that. That's what I thought I could do without making a mess. Oh God. That didn't go very well, did it? Jesus Christmas. Trying not to make a mess everywhere, but it's not working very well. I should have brought a funnel out. I don't know how much this thing holds, but that oil sump is tiny, so I think it's too much. Sounds like freedom out there. It's up to the fill mark now. The injector's out. Trying to take care of that smoke problem. Came in here to adjust the valves, and they really weren't that bad. So pulled the injectors, went and got them tested. While it's in here, bought a whole brake line kit from, I think it was Extreme 4x4 Wrangler something, and all the fittings were right, well, except for this one. I had to add a spacer into there to get the right size, but the lines seem pretty good. You know, they match up crazy. They're full length all the way to the back, and they come in a box like this, so they're all bent up, not really at all the way they need to be, but they were the right length after all. Got them bent in there. I gotta get some hangers so they're not rubbing on the frame and stuff, but other than that, we'll have to bleed these things from the start. And I got all stainless for the lift kit added on, so those are long enough. And I got to finish that up, and hopefully the injectors will be in next week and give her a good test run and see how she does. But a little update on that. I think that's about all we got cooking on it so far. So it was running decent, just had that smoke issue, and it sounded like I had a little injector knock, so we will check back in on this after.